The Ice Spikes biome is one of the most easily recognizable biomes in the game, with its tall ice spires sticking out over the frozen plains. I got a recommendation to build one of these in Lego, and I am undertaking the challenge. So for our 9th video of this series, here we go. Alright, for this build I'm using the 16x16 again, or 8x8 Minecraft blocks, and since I'm going to put it next to the Cherry Grove expansion with the desert village house, I had to do a lot of trial and error on how those little Technic pins were going to go, but finally I got it figured out. Since I wanted to morph that Cherry Grove into a taiga, since it's getting into a colder biome, I had to get a little creative on the taiga because my taiga bricks are definitely limited. So I put a plate underneath each taiga brick, and well, it turned out like this. The one I didn't do that on was this one over here, where I could place a brick and then a taiga tile on top. For the taiga, I'm using sand green. Alright, let's get some of that snow over here. Since an ice spike is a snowy tundra variant, it happens to have a lot of snow. Alright, and this is the finished tiled off product. So we've got quite a bit of snowy plains here, then we have a taiga section with a bit of Cherry Grove and up plains. So that way there's a nice transition right there with those two modules. And then here, I'm actually going to be putting one of those ice patches that you find in ice spikes right here. So let me do that now. Alright, so as you can see here, I've got a nice ice patch. There would be 2 more blocks over here, and it would be 2 more blocks over here, another one. But since I've got it on the corner, it looks really nice like that. And now it's time to make the most ambitious part of this build, which is the ice spike itself. Alright, and there we go. I actually built an ice spike on an 8x8 chunk, and it actually looks pretty accurate for one of those short and fat ice spikes. It looks like really irregular, which is exactly the pattern I wanted here, which is basically a patternless, no pattern. And I even managed to slip in a medium blue transparent brick there, which I really wanted to do at some point to give it more of an icy texture. When I ran out of these medium blue bricks, I used these lighter blue bricks, and I think that actually works pretty well for this ice spike. Now, this looks really awesome, especially with that ice patch, the ice spike, but I feel like this half of the chunk is definitely missing texture. It is so flat and boring. So, I decided to build a birch tree, and this is how it came out. I think I did a really good job of this, replicating the Lego design for the leaves, which isn't entirely accurate to the game, but I think it looks pretty good, and I think it looks pretty accurate to what a birch tree does look like in Minecraft, even if it's not exactly block accurate, because of these bracket pieces that I used to add the leaves onto. But then, if you look at this log pattern I made, I think I actually did a better job than Lego does. As an example, here is the Lego birch tree from Lego's The Bee Farm. And the way Lego put in those black spots, it takes up, well, a whole quarter block here, whereas mine does not, replicating the logs pattern from the game, which looks like this. Alright, bringing my ice spike module back in, we're now going to put the birch tree right there. And there we go. The birch tree actually rivals the ice spike for height here, and it makes this whole thing look a lot less flat and a little more alive and exciting. But I felt like, you know, you don't normally see that many places in Minecraft that are that flat. So I decided to build a little hill here with the brown bricks I found. Alright, we have our little hill here, and now it's time to just tile that off. Keeping in mind as I do this that I'm transitioning between two biomes. We've got temperate biome, which is obviously not going to be snowing, and then we have the snowy ice spikes biome. So it's going to look a little like this, and then I'm putting dirt here instead of grass because I want to add this easily detachable snow block here that I made. I think it's pretty accurate. I really like how I made it, and it's just going to go right there, finishing off our hill. And I think I've done it. I've made a hill that doesn't overshadow the ice spike or the birch tree, but is still nice in its own way and still gives more life to this module. And I can also happily say that this is the most block accurate and tiled off thing I've made so far. Alright, it's time to populate this world, and for that I'm going to add a little fox here, climbing up the hill, and then a wolf on the ice patch right there. Alright, time to attach this to my existing world, and by the way, as you can see behind me, I made a little studio using one of the shelves I have. So this ice spikes biome is going to go right here. So it's going to go right next to this Plains and Cherry Grove expansion. Alright, and it's going to fit really nicely right there. Wow, that fox is a little too close to the sheep for comfort. And there we have it. Wow. Our Plains has just expanded a lot. The Cherry Grove has become, well, a nice little biome of its own. And the ice spikes is just amazing. So we actually have two different cold areas of this world. We have this area on the far left, and this area on the far right, but maybe that's just altitude. On that side. Wow, this world has become truly massive, and I am really starting to run out of bricks. The ice spike biome I just made allowed me to take a break of using reddish brown, gray, and sand pieces that I'm so used to using, but I think it also took all the medium blue bricks I own. And we're almost done with our second chunk. Only one 8x8 module to go, which, if you think about it, one chunk is 16x16 blocks. So once I finish both chunks, it's 32x16 Minecraft blocks, which is a lot harder to make in Lego than in Minecraft. But I think this world's turned out pretty good so far. And I have an exciting plan for this last 8x8 module to finish up this second chunk. But in the meantime, please like and subscribe for more cool videos like this, and I'll see you next time.